Hi everyone, and welcome back to Oodalali Disney Crafts and Fun. My name is Lindsay, and today is June the 26th, which is Stitch Day. So I have little Stitch joining me today. Isn't he cute? I actually got this at the Five Below store. He was only $5 and he is adorable in his little Hawaiian shirt here. So anyways, he's joining me today. In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to replicate a similar version to what I have up here, which is a pin board that I had created to display all of my collector pins. I don't have a big pin trading collection. I'm still working on that, but as of recently, I've just been collecting pins and just the pins that I love for display purposes. So I am going to be getting into pin trading. I know my friend Amber Crawley over at the Most Magical 5, she loves pin trading, and she has joined a couple of groups on Facebook, so I think I'm going to start doing that and getting on board with this pin trading trend. But for the most part right now, I am just collecting pins. I'm going to show you how to make this today, which is a different version to what I have hanging, but same concept. You can actually create the same item using any silhouette pattern that you have. And this one is going to be more of a take on the Mickey ears. So I have one hanging here and one upside down here, and I purposely made it upside down. I just thought it'd be really kind of whimsical and cute. And I also have the pins hanging upside down as well. And the reason for me doing that is so that I could choose which direction I want to hang my frame. So if I'm hanging it like this, I obviously have the bottom showing as such, but if I want to go ahead and just spin it around and have the other side hanging, I have that option too. But if I wanted to do it the other way, I just need to add another one. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so to start, you're going to need a 12 by 12 frame. I get mine from Michael's, but any frame in any size will do. And remember this, I'm upcycling the Disney Store tissue paper I got in my last video. I'll link that video for you below. 2 pieces of cardstock in any color. Your silhouette images. A 12 by 12 cork board that matches your frame size. Foam board that is cut to match your frame size, so I've cut mine to 12 by 12, and I usually get this huge board from Dollar Tree. Tacky glue, scissors, a white pencil or pen, an X-Acto knife, and a cutting mat of your choice. And last but not least, all of the pins that you've collected that you want to display. First, you're going to cut out your silhouettes, and I've gone ahead and just done that off camera. And taking one piece of your cardstock, you're going to place your silhouettes the way that you want them to appear in your frame. Take your white pencil and trace around both images. Once you have both of your images completely traced, you're going to remove your copies And now it's going to be time to work with the tissue paper. So before I do anything, I generally like to just smooth out the tissue paper and make sure I get out as many of the wrinkles as I possibly can. And instead of using tacky glue, I decided to go with a glue stick. I just felt with tissue paper it's a little bit easier and less of a chance for the tissue paper to rip. So when using the glue stick, I don't glue the entire page. I like to work in sections just to make it easy, so I place the tissue paper exactly where I want it to go. So once I place the tissue paper down, I smooth out the paper as much as I can to make sure that the paper and the glue adhere together. And just for added measure, I like to use my roller or tacky glue bottle just to make sure no bubbles or wrinkles are in the paper and it's really nice and adhered. So I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. And once the glue dries on your tissue paper, you're going to use your X-Acto knife to cut out the Mickey heads on both sides. And take your time with this because it's really easy to mess up and you don't really want to start over once you've come this far. So once you cut out one of the heads, you have a really cool Mickey head to use in another future project. So it's really nice to save these for another project. So once you have both of the Mickey heads completely cut out, you're going to place that top layer onto your second layer of cardstock. And make sure that both pages line up evenly. And then you're going to take your Mickey cutouts and place them right back into their original positions. And you're going to take 2 pieces of tape, one for each side, and just lightly place onto the cutouts. And then you're going to lift that top layer off. And then you're going to very lightly trace around the Mickey heads. This is going to provide you with an outline for you to place your pins. Once you're done tracing, you're going to begin to remove your Mickey heads that you've cut out. And you're going to place that piece of cardstock onto your corkboard, and make sure that the cardstock and the corkboard are completely lined up with one another. And now you're going to start assembling your pins onto the cardstock. This took me a little bit to figure out in terms of how I wanted to arrange the pins. There's really no rhyme or reason to how I arranged it, other than just trying to use a lot of my larger pins and trying to take up most of the space and then filling it in with my smaller sized pins. But get creative with it, it's really fun. And if you don't like a pin, once you have it in that specific position, you can just lift it and place it somewhere else. So it's a very flexible project. Now it's time to frame, so you're going to take your top layer and place that into your frame face down, followed by your corkboard with your pins. Your foam board, and your frame backing, and just make sure that you place your backing with the correct orientation for hanging. I did that incorrectly a couple times and then had to redo it. Simple fix, but it saves you some time. So this is what they look like up close. Just a really fun idea if you are not looking to pin trade specific pins, but you do have a plethora of them sitting on pin boards. This is a fun and functional way to display those collector pins that you know for sure you are not going to be trading. Alright guys, so that is today's video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications for upcoming Disney content. I do have a couple DIYs coming in the very near future, so stay tuned for those. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care. Bye.